I believe the advantage to coming to Pocahontas Catholic School would be the mere fact that we're a smaller school. That promotes relationships, but also the fact that we believe in the gospel and the Ten Commandments, and essentially Jesus summed that up to love God and love your neighbor. So when a kid comes in here, they're loved. And when you apply that principle of love, there's a lot of things that come out of that, but the relationships are strong, and so the learning can be enhanced because that foundation's already been there through the act of love, in my opinion. What you saw in our 5th grade classroom today was essentially a microcosm of our school, a community.
My name is Miss Grimm, and I teach 5th grade at Pocahontas Catholic School. This is our like a social studies project that we've been doing. This is our 4th year, and they get to design their own city. What they do is they design different businesses in their own homes, and then they learn about what the importance of certain businesses are in a town and why it's important to keep businesses in a small town.
Phyllis, what are you working on here?
Clarity Farms. Some tractors and some harvesters and planters and cultivators, all that field work.
I am helping my friend with her hotel. Lots of stairs and couches and beds of all types.
And they love the engineering part of it, the creating and the designing.
Our amusement park, and I'm really happy about it because there's like a roller coaster track, things that
And everything
like, and a Ferris wheel.
And it took what, like 5 days?
Yeah,
To get it done.
yeah, it was a lot of bits and pieces, but we worked together and got the job done.
Yep.
I think their favorite part is being able to work together with others and just being able to use their minds in a creative way.
I'm helping with the movie theater, and we're almost done.
So what are you working on, Phyllis?
We're working on the airport.
What's the most fun part about your airport?
Trying to get the planes to look like they're actually landing.
Yeah.
My name is Kay DeWall. I teach 4th grade, and I had previously taught 3rd grade for 37 years. Today, when you came in, we were working on vocabulary words for reading. And if they get done with that, then we're working on flashcards because we're really struggling with a little bit of multiplication facts. I think by working together as partners, which you saw them working with partners, they're able to talk it out and discuss it out. And if it's more of a partnership that they can figure out a problem, especially with the flashcards. So the partnership, I think, helps them be able to figure it out easier than trying to always do it by themselves. I really, really like being here. I've been here all my years of teaching, and I can't imagine being anywhere else because I've been blessed by God to be here and be happy.
Well, we started the STEM Center, built that STEM Center for this school year, and the STEM Center stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. And really what it is ultimately is engineering and building, constructing, thinking, problem solving, and so it promotes thinking, promotes failure, but ultimately promotes constructing of something. Learning about hurricanes and how powerful the wind and the water can be on stuff.
We read a book about hurricanes, and a lot of you have seen in the news about hurricanes lately.
The students, they were the 1st grade and the 4th grade, were doing a collaborative classroom project in which they were constructing some sort of configuration that would withstand the power of a hurricane, both the water and the wind.
Everyone has input.
It was interesting because they had time to plan, both individually and collectively.
Put it in the middle. I got it.
Teamwork.
We need a little. Stick to the paper. Maybe we can use the pencils. Some loose pieces off.
Hurricane Bryce.
Oh, that's warm.
Hurricane Bryce.
Uh-oh. I can't watch.
Who's this? Hurricane? Ah! So, who built this structure?
Me.
Very, very well done. What do you guys think? Why did it stand up? There were some successes and some failures, and then we asked the kids what was it that it took you, do you believe, made it successful, and it was interesting hearing how they put thought into that construction. Yeah, at lunch we have some bedrock activities that we do. I mean, obviously food nourishes our body, so our kids are, sitting in their little small communities, eating lunch and enjoying that nourishment. But at a certain time, at 5 till noon every day, we give God 5. At that time, I direct the kids to think of all the things they're thankful for, and there's a multitude of things there. And then there's petitions or pray for other people. Just trying to teach kids to stop, reflect, and be thankful for what they have, and then pray for others who maybe are going through some tough times. Kind of teaches them some really valuable things as far as being a Christian, for sure. And then you notice that at noon, after that reflection time, we do an all-school prayer.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. We give you thanks for all your gifts, Almighty God, living and reigning now and forever, amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen.
And it just kind of, I believe, puts a conclusion to that session or that lunch period before recess, and kind of unifies us in our faith.
Courtney Hamilton. I teach kindergarten. We are in the process of doing our Word Journeys test, which is our phonics curriculum that we use for kindergarten and first grade. And I use small groups to do their testing so that I can see individually if they made sense of the patterns that we were working on that week. And so the rest of the kids were in centers that they can work independently on when I'm working in a small group at the table. Knowing that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing when I'm not with them, when they're off in their little groups doing their activities that I have planned, keeping an eye on them and making sure that they're all doing what they're supposed to be doing. Oh, the art center, making the carrots, that's their favorite part. They love the art center. Just that it's a blessing every day to come to work. I don't see this as a job. It's more a calling and a blessing to get to work here with these kids and these families.
I would like visitors to take away of visiting our school that kids are wholeheartedly welcomed. They're wholeheartedly loved by our staff, the people here, and they in turn are loving one another. And so when you get that sense or that culture, sky's the limit on what kids can do and what they can learn. They need to be loved first.
Pocahontas Catholic School is a community
called by God, formed as disciples of Jesus,
And guided by the Holy Spirit.
Our mission is to develop students, staff,
Families and parishioners.
and gospel living through experiential learning.
We are dedicated to making God's love present. Making God's love present.
By developing skills for learning and living.
It's for learning and living.
For learning and living. And to serving each other, our church,
Our church. Our community. Our world.